Well, what an entertaining game. It's especially entertaining when you find a way to win, and I just am really proud of our team and how hard we sustained our effort. I think that's been a big problem for us, is sustaining effort and execution and focus and kind of purpose throughout a 40-minute game. And I thought this was one of our better games where we really, for the things that we wanted to do before this game and for this game, I thought we were really good for most of the game. Two phenomenal performances by Bobby and Nell. It's kind of like that. It shows you that we have to be pretty perfect to be able to win. You know, when you get numbers like that from two players and you win by two. But you know, those two really carried us in so many ways. But I thought overall there's a lot of things on this stat sheet and in that game that are positives for us and that are showing that when everybody plays to a role and moves the ball and executes like that, we have a chance to win some games.
Coach, how do you go into practices after having such a tough loss to Arizona State to try and turn around a team for a game like today?
You know, we looked at the Arizona State game. We didn't show them a lot, but because we had to move right to Arizona. But, you know, I thought when we executed against Arizona State, we got good looks. We missed some shots that we have to make for us to win. You know, and that's just the nature of this game. You know, making shots makes offense look really good. But we had the right people taking some shots, and they missed them. And, you know, we have to have certain players, you know, have probably decent percentages. You know, Bobby can't have a 4 for 19 night, and Nell can't have one of those nights. And both of those players kind of had those. I think Lex had a couple of really good shots, and they didn't go in, but they're exactly what we want her and need her to take. So it was a little bit more encouraging having watched that game and seeing that when we do things the way we should, good things and good shots are on the end of that. Now, the problem was in that game, there were a lot of possessions we didn't screen well. We were slow. We were sluggish going into things. We went at a real slow pace. And pace on our offense is really crucial for us to gain an advantage. And we weren't very good on that. So we just emphasized that. That was really what we said. We want to play with great pace. We want to screen really well tonight. And I thought we kept that for 40 minutes. And we really had that to me, that's the biggest thing besides some pretty phenomenal individual performances.
You mentioned Chanel and Bobby, what they did, just an incredible effort from the two of them. How important is that for their confidence? 19 combined points Thursday, 65 tonight. Just to bounce back, not only with a good game, but both with just absolutely tremendous games.
Yeah, 60. I mean, we've struggled to get in the 50s some this year, haven't we? I just think it says a lot about those two. I mean, they are hungry players. They are great, intense competitors. They study the game. They want to be good at it. They want to do what we need them to do. I think, you know, they both probably made some mistakes against Arizona State in what they should be doing to help us, but it's not for lack of want or effort. Sometimes it's just, you know, understanding the system a little bit and understanding sometimes you do have to sacrifice a little bit just to keep the ball moving. We weren't very good against Arizona State doing that. So for them to bounce back and be committed to whatever that was, you know. And Bobby, this is a great example for Bobby. She might not have gotten as many touches in the first half. I'm not sure what she had. But the ball will come to her if she just stays with it and stays in our system and just keeps setting screens and keeps playing the way we want her to, keeps rebounding, keeps posting up. All of a sudden the easy baskets come her way and the ball finds her. And we want to find her. But I think this is an example of if she stays within what we want to do, good things are going to happen for her. And again, I can't be more proud of Nell and how she responded and both of those guys from 2 nights ago.
Talk a little bit about about Ula's play, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, couple of points, just doing a little bit of everything on the court. Yeah,
you know, we talk about it all the time. I always say to them, you know, it's completely okay to be who you are. Just know who you are. Know who you are. So and that's a hard thing for players to get. We practice pick and roll all the time, and we practice our guys throwing pick and roll passes, but not everybody's great at those. So you get into games, you got to know who you are. If I'm not great at this, I'm just not going to take that chance, and I'm going to keep the ball moving. And Ulis knows who she is, and as a freshman, that's a huge thing. So, the shots I think will come for her. She's got a beautiful shot. She didn't make the couple of outside shots tonight, but it didn't affect her. She moved the ball well. She didn't turn it over. She didn't try to do too much. She guarded well, and that is a huge thing for coaches, that when you put somebody in the game, you know what you're getting from them. They're not going to try to be something they're not. And I think she was an example of someone that's exactly how we need players around, maybe our more star players. We need those kinds of performances around some of our better scorers maybe. I thought Yo was awesome at that too. I thought she gave us great minutes. I thought Mick's energy was very good. Again, I didn't have any problem with Sheer. I didn't have a problem with anybody. I thought we really got good, consistent across the board, people doing what they should do.
You guys have, I think it is 6 days off now before UW. How do you try and keep the momentum coming, stay mentally prepared for one of the weaker teams in the conference this year?
Well, we give them off tomorrow because we haven't had a Sunday off in I don't know how long. So that was on this practicing was on the schedule. So we're especially liked at this moment. Coaches are, because they get off, and then they'll get another day off during the week. And I think at this point, this is why I love playing the Washington game after Christmas. Like a lot of people choose to do the play yesterday and then play both home and away on the same weekend. I love having this only one game during the week, and I'm grateful that Washington likes to do it that way too. It's just, to us, it's a great way to get them a little extra rest and regroup, and yes, have great practices, and yes, get ready. But at this point in the season, you can't I think probably the biggest thing is don't overdo it, and don't practice too long, but keep it really productive and somewhat tight, and keep working on. I want our team to really continue to improve this month, and I want to see us, playing our best basketball in March. So we still have a lot of work to do, but this is a great sign and step for us.